Have you ever told your family, oh yeah, I'll bring dessert to Thanksgiving because, I could just whip up some chocolate chip cookies and it will be easy. But when you go to open your oven, you find a pan full of hard, pale hockey puck that no one wants to eat. Then you have to stop by the store and pick up some store-bought ones that are, one, not impressive, and two, for sure not made with love, because plenty of people experience this, including me. But after taking a few baking classes at GTCC, along with making baking one of my favorite hobbies, I have mastered the chocolate chip cookie, and I'm here to inform you of 3 easy tips to help you be a better baker. Better baking can be accomplished through avoiding overmixing, using room temperature ingredients, and using a scale instead of measuring cups. My first tip is avoid overmixing. This is quite a common mistake with beginning bakers. Even though every recipe you ever read says avoid overmixing, but what does this mean, and how do we know that we've overmixed? According to the Food Science and Technology Institution in 2018, overmixing is when gluten is formed. Gluten is formed when water and flour mix together. And so when you're mixing, those gluten strands are becoming harder and tougher, making your dough harder and tougher as well. To avoid overmixing, put your mixer on a low setting while you're adding your ingredients. If this still scares you, put your mixer on a low setting, add your ingredients, and then stop your mixer. You can then mix the rest by hand until you see no more flour streaks, and then stop. My second tip is using room temperature ingredients. These ingredients include eggs, butter, and cream cheese. But for our cookies, it's just butter and eggs. According to Bob Red's Mill Company website, when eggs and butter are cold, the fat is trapped inside of them. So when they're at room temperature and you put them in your mixer, they're able to evenly disperse their flavor, giving you a uniform cookie. When I know I'm about to bake, I'll take my butter and cube it up and leave it out on a cutting board for a few hours. With my eggs, I'll just put them on a dish rag to sit. Also, if you're using cold butter, you're going to break your mixer because there is no way that it can cream that butter easily. Let me repeat that. You will break your mixer if you use cold butter. For my third tip, use a scale instead of measuring cups. I know it seems a little scary because we're all used to using measuring cups, but trust me, the scale is much easier. And Sarah Burr, a baker and blogger, will agree with me. She has so many reasons why the scale is easier than the measuring cups. First off, measuring cups come in so many different styles and name brands. Also, you can easily lose them, like I just proved. With the scale, you just have one item, so it's not hard to lose. Also, it's easier to use. Just put your bowl on here, add your ingredients, press 0, put your bowl on here, add more ingredients, and press 0, and then you're good. Also, at the end, all you have to do is wash that one bowl. With measuring cups, you're going to have to wash all of them, and you may have to wash them more than once as well. Scales also make it easier to half your recipes. Just take that number in grams and half it. With a measuring cup, tell me what half of 3/4 of a cup is. And if you have that measuring cup, let me borrow it sometime. So in conclusion, I have covered 3 easy tips to help you be a better baker. We have talked about avoiding overmixing, using room temperature ingredients along with a scale instead of measuring cups. To avoid overmixing, put your mixer on a low setting. Use room temperature ingredients so that your flavor is evenly dispersed throughout your dough. And use a scale instead of measuring cups because it's super efficient. So when you go to that Thanksgiving, say, oh yeah, I'll sign up to bring dessert because you are not scared anymore. So here's a cookie where I did not follow any of my steps. I overmixed it. I used cold butter, almost broke my mixer, and also I used measuring cups instead of a scale. And then this is the cookie that I used and used all my tips. So I believe in you.